The Google Pixel Fold just might be the better fold. Now, I say this as someone who has owned multiples, and I mean multiples, of current gen foldables and flip phones. I've had big gripes with design choices that have yet to be addressed, and the Pixel Fold from a design perspective has addressed some of those gripes. Now, Google sent me out the Pixel Fold with no obligations, and I'm free to speak and create as I please, and I'll be doing just that. It's shorter, it's wider, and most of all, you can actually use the front display one-handed as you would any normal smartphone, and it has plenty of room. This design difference alone is what separates this from the Z Fold, and as someone who is a fan of that phone, I can tell you that from a design potential, I'm even more of a fan of this one. You see, in one of my previous Z Fold review videos, I literally requested a shorter, wider design adjustment, and this has just that. The true beauty is that I never feel pressured or obligated to unfold my device in order to have a more ideal user experience. See, the thing about foldables is finding the sweet spot in design. Now, while it's still too early to say that this is that, it's definitely the closest I've experienced personally. At just 5.5 inches in height, 3.1 inches in width, and a ½ inch thickness, the Pixel Fold is far less obstructive than its competition. Let's talk on displays. With a full HD plus front display and a 2208 by 1840 6:5 aspect ratio inner folding display, both OLED panels, both HDR capable, both 120 Hz capable, and both with a peak brightness above 1000 nits. There isn't much lack in the display department thus far. I can watch high quality content on either display, and with the front display actually being a functional one, close to typical aspect ratio, 16:9 content can be viewed perfectly in full. The inner folding display is perfect in width and has those typical large upper and lower bars, but honestly, I don't find these to be a problem. I mean, I am used to them from other foldable devices. All in all, so far, these displays are ideal for consuming all of your social media and any other video content. Let's talk cameras. Now, I haven't went fully in depth with the cameras, but Pixel photo processing has a reputation for being solid in its processing consistently. Also, the Pixel Fold has a decent inner camera as well. I'll present you with a few first use examples, and you can let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Okay, so right now we are on the front-facing camera on the Pixel Fold. Now, you're gonna hear a lot of back and forth with these cameras because they're not the pro level cameras from the Pixel 7 Pro and so forth, which I gotta admit, on the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold, I always give critique because I want the, S23 Ultra level cameras on there. But the difference between Samsung and Pixel is that Samsung does not have Pixel's image processing. So let me flip to the rear camera while I can see myself, because this is a foldable device. Boom. So now I can see myself in the full glory. I can use the best camera available on this device, seeing myself with a full flip up display as if I'm on a legit vlogging rig. Gotta love it. I love that about foldables. That's one of the best things about recording yourself doing video and even taking selfies, is you can use the best camera and see and frame your shot perfectly. So look at this image processing and let me know, is it a W or an L, being that it's the Pixel 7a, budget friendly camera system? Or is Google processing proving that you only need the processing? Now, one last thing, let's be real, when it's unfolded, yes, you're getting the flip out display and it's the best camera being used in a selfie situation, but holding an unfolded device is not as nearly easy as holding a traditional smartphone. So just something to keep in mind, but it is doable. I'm doing it right now. As you guys can see, I got one hand out, one hand on. About to upload this video and go viral. What you doing, bro? What you mean what I'm doing? I'm about to go viral. What you talking about? Bro, Duh, I'm gonna use this viral Drizzy track. I'm gonna put it on my vlog and I'm gonna go viral. It's as simple as that. Don't work like that. Wait, what you mean it doesn't work like that? This is called YouTube. This is my tube. I upload whatever I want. Listen, yes, it's YouTube and yes, it's your tube, but it's not your music. Explain. Listen to this, bro. If you go viral and you make 100,000, 100,000, guess what? Drizzy about to get like 60, 70 racks of that. Whoa. Wait a hot second. You mean to tell me if I upload this viral vlog, which it is, come on, player, and I can make 100,000, Drizzy get like 60, 70K possibly? Oh no, player, what's that website you was talking about? Bro, I told you, Epidemic Sound. Link down in the description, get 30 days free. We gonna use that, told you. Battery life. As far as battery goes, it'll be addressed thoroughly in my upcoming reviews and comparisons. I've been drilling on this battery, setting it up, and living within the honeymoon phase in full go. So I prefer to get more charging cycles before giving a solid opinion. But for technical reference, there's a 4,821 milliamp hour battery within this foldable. User experience. Let's get into user experience, which is the most important thing and what I really wanted to talk on. Something about using the Pixel Fold just feels right. It's the typical smartphone experience with the option of a tablet when I need it. Being able to handle the majority of tasks on just the front display without any pressure to use the larger display unless desired is the sweet spot. At least it is for me. Again, I'm a big fan of foldables, and I've had patience as they've continued to develop over the years. Unfortunately, the Z Fold's design hasn't changed much since its inception. And I get it, but why wait for something that just might not happen? The change, that is. The Pixel Fold is the design change I desired in other foldables, and it proves my argument for this design language. In this short period, I've enjoyed it. It's a breath of fresh air in the US foldable market. Notice I said US, right? In the world of Google, Apple, and Samsung, this is probably the best foldable design produced thus far. But what about the bezels, CJ? I agree, I was with you in judgment of the bezels, but that was before getting my hands on one and actually using it. See, we often judge from the sidelines, but the only way to know the truth is to be in the game. And since using this device, they haven't even been as apparent as I would have thought. I'm more into the user experience than the aesthetics you think matter, but don't always do. Just to be clear, this device is not perfect. Not all apps have yet been optimized for foldables, and that's another request for patience. This market is so new, even though we're like 5 years plus into it, but that's why I would rather navigate and encourage the ones best designed to satisfy my user experience. So with that being said, I will most definitely be doing a comparison video between the Z Fold devices as well as other typical smartphones. Again, these are my first thoughts and not my official review. I need to live with it and find its true personality and its true character and get past the honeymoon phase. So subscribe, turn on that bell, and get ready for the journey.